Welcome to the Silverman family's 2011 trip to Okinawa. So our flight was a nice 20 hours from Boise to San Francisco, San Francisco to Tokyo, Tokyo to Okinawa. So this is flying over Tokyo right now, and we're about to land in Narita Airport. Here's what the back roads in Okinawa looks like on the way to Yuko's parents' house. And this is a little sped up, so we didn't really drive this fast. Finally made it to Yuko's parents' house and getting to relax the first day after our 20 hours of flying. And everyone's just laying around relaxing, and it's a little windy outside because a typhoon is nearby, but just about ready to go outside and explore the neighborhood. So here's Yuko's parents' front yard and their little garden and all their trees, and here's their neighbors' houses. See, it's really tightly packed in Japan, in Okinawa. There's the wind from the nearby typhoon. It's Sebastian and Masashi-san. Sebastian was such a good boy when Yuko's dad held him. And Mason was a good boy the whole trip. Sebastian, he couldn't crawl yet, so he couldn't get into any trouble. But he was having a good time. Ooh. And here's our first day at the beach. And this beach was kind of weird. It had this really loud Japanese pop music playing the whole time. The water was closed this day because they were expecting the typhoon to come in, which actually never came in. Here's the Honda Fit Hybrid that I was really liking, especially that green color. Some more of the streets in Okinawa, the motorcycles going every which way. And here is the first beach that Mason actually got to go in the water at.
Go in.
It's called
You want to get one of those
Airport
green
Beach.
seaweeds? Put it on this.
Not too glamorous. There's a big freeway right now.
See if you can catch
it.
it.
It had nice water and it was warm and a big sandy beach. Yuko didn't want to come down because it looked like it was about to start dumping rain at any minute. Here's what Japanese cell phones look like in 2011. They're about equal to where we're at now in 2012, so I think they were a little ahead of us. This was a Samsung Galaxy S2, and it wasn't out in America yet. And here's a girl's cell phone there. The UI is all specially decked out for girls. They had a lot of pink phones and things like that. And here is Mason's favorite part, the monorail. He ended up taking a monorail ride all the way around the line and coming back with Yuko's dad because that was his formative year. Here's the sights of what we saw out of the monorail. This is down by the city center, kind of a mall area. Mason loved the monorail so much. Here's what it looked like kind of as you're leaving town and you're starting to see apartment buildings.
What do you see down there?
Tires and cones. Cities.
Buildings.
Yeah.
We're starting to climb the hill now up to Yuko's parents' house, and here's a bunch of hillside houses as far as you can see, just apartment buildings and then later houses up the hillside. The monorail was nice and cool, and it was like 95 degrees out, and it was nice and air conditioned in the monorail. And here's another day searching for a beach. We kept seeing good ones, but we finally decided to stop at one that was actually really nice, but it wasn't a real beach with a lifeguard, so we didn't stay too long. The water was super blue though. Kind of windy because of that typhoon again, but it was nice and warm, so it didn't matter. I thought about going swimming, but we were a little nervous with the not being a real true beach with the lifeguard and everything, so we didn't. When I first got there, I thought it was covered with coral, so I picked up a piece, and it's soft and flexible, so it was a sea sponge, not a piece of coral, so it kind of blew me away. Mason loves to run from the waves, even if they are just little baby-sized waves. On the way back, we stopped at that same beach and went swimming. Felt really nice after the long car ride. We also stopped at Moon Beach. This is one of my favorite beaches, although I've never got to actually swim in it. It's really pretty, and the water is nice and bright blue and super warm, but it was again closed that day because of the typhoon that was coming in. So here we are at the aquarium at the dolphin show, and this was cool because it was actually free. We didn't go see the fish this time, we just saw the dolphins. Mason loved it. The next day we were ready to explore Naha City, and the city is just huge, but there's one area that's kind of like for tourists that we decided to go check out, and that's called Kakseidori, and that is the International Street. What it is a whole bunch of shops and souvenir places and restaurants where you can get a pretty good deal and some delicious food, and it's really fun to see the sights. What it reminds me of is downtown Waikiki, but with a lot less franchise, more independent type places. Definitely see it if you ever go to Okinawa. Here's even more shops in a covered area, so if it's raining you can go in here and get away from the water. Mason was really tired by the end of the day. He was just done walking. We walked a mile or two and it was too much for him, so we went and had some nice frozen yogurt. Get a cell phone holder. They need an Android one. Relaxing. We're gonna stay here for a few minutes and then we'll go back up. Okay, if you want to touch anything, ask me. If you decide you want to touch anything, ask first.